The podcast you're about to hear was made with Anchor. You can use Anchor to make a podcast right from your phone, no experience necessary. Plus, it's completely free. Get the app at anchor.fm/podcast.
You're listening to the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce and tech news, presented by Sumo Heavy. Here's your host, Bart Mraz.
This is the E-Commerce Minute for July 19th, 2017. Target adds new brands to up its image.
Target recently announced that 4 new private label brands will hit the racks this fall. They're called A New Day, Goodfellow & Company, JoyLab, and Project 62, according to a company blog post and exclusive interview with the Wall Street Journal. The move is part of Target's broader effort to rethink its brand assortment and will include shedding the men's and women's Marona brand and Mossimo line, which have grown too homogenized for consumer tastes, executives told the Journal. Target took a look at the brands that were performing the best and began to phase out the ones that weren't. The brands, just a few of the 12 private label lines to roll out over the next 18 months, are being marketed as lifestyle brands that aim to create an emotional connection with shoppers, and they hit on key category trends such as athleisure, trendy home decor, women's classic, and modern menswear. Target, as we know, is in a fierce battle with Walmart and Amazon, and unique lifestyle brands are key for retailers hoping to stay at the top of consumers' minds. The clothing brands will start a gradual launch in September around Labor Day. Target is also planning to make other changes in its stores, the Journal added. For example, with the new brands, Target discounts and promotions will become more of a thing of the past, and displays throughout refurbished stores will have more of a boutique feel, the Journal reported. Target's decision to introduce private label brands are part of its effort to bring back more customers. Its sales last year were down 5.9%, and same-store sales were down 1.9%. The company saw fourth quarter sales fall 4.3% to $20.7 billion. As of today, Target stock is trading in the $53 range after a high at $73 in November 16th and a 5-year high of $84 in 2015.
I didn't know Mossimo actually still existed, first of all.
Yeah, it does. And I think Target's probably the only place you can buy it.
Right. I mean, it used to be the hottest thing. Remember, it was the hottest thing back in the day?
Sure.
So that's interesting. Is it that these brands, like, I know they're cheaper versions of the brand, but do they go to die there? I mean,
yeah, probably.
Right? Like, it's one of those, like, all right, so it's no longer a mass market, or it's mass market now, but do they go really dying there?
Yeah, you see that a lot. I mean, there's a couple other brands that I don't know, I can't think of off the top of my head, but you look at Walmart. Like, Walmart now sells Champion. Champion was like the big thing back in the 90s, and now Champion is pretty much associated with Walmart. That's all their athletic gear is Champion, and then whatever their in-store brand is.
Right. I mean, I guess like something like Under Armour has taken over the whole world of this, sports stuff now.
Well, it's funny. I mean, we can have a whole other discussion about this, but they're even saying now companies like Under Armour, when they get too oversaturated, that's what happens. They have to heavily discount, and all of a sudden they become, the next champion. So I think brands really have to be careful with that. Yeah,
they do, and where they sold and how they do it. So it's interesting. I don't know what they're going to do. I've never heard of these brands, Goodfellow, JoyLab, and Project 62. Are they their own brands?
Yeah, they might be internal. I unfortunately didn't do enough research into that, but they may just be internal. It doesn't really say in any of the articles that I read.
Which is interesting because we just talk about the Good Buys brand or whatever that is, the shirts that we were buying them, and it's fantastic. It was $25. It's great button-down shirts, and I was like, and it's Amazon's brand, and it works.
Yep.
I thought it's gonna be bad, but it's not. Like, you order a whole bunch of them too.
Yeah, so that's good stuff. So, do you shop at Target? You live in New York, so do you go to the mini Targets?
Sometimes to the mini Targets. When I'm like visiting my parents or I'm in the burbs, I'll pop in at Target. I prefer to go to Target than Walmart.
I prefer Target over Walmart any day of the year. Unfortunately, I have a Mondo Walmart up the street from my house, so sometimes convenience wins out. But Targets are generally a better retail experience, and from what I'm reading in these articles, that they're really going to up the appearance of these stores. So I think I think it's a good move for them because there is a certain type of target shopper, and I think they want to kind of keep that niche.
They have to do something.
They got to do something. All right. Anything else, Dad?
Not today.
All right. That's the e-commerce minute for today. We will see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today. If you like the show, make sure you add us as a favorite and share this with your friends. Please follow us on social media @SumoHeavy. And finally, if you've got a question, comment, or suggestion for the show, call us on Anchor. Until next time, we'll see you on the next e-commerce minute.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.